So Chelsea Football Club apparently wanted to hijack Matthias Tel on deadline day, and he said no for a third time. It's not that deep. I'm going to explain to you why. Malo Gusto has got a new agent and people are panicking. Furthermore, Andrey Santos has got a future at Chelsea. We're getting more information. However, Chelsea have went and signed another 19-year-old midfielder in Dario Essugo, and when I tell you he is baby Caicedo, I mean it. The stats and the eye test backs it up. And finally, the Premier League has introduced a new rule. And when I tell you this rule is ridiculously stupid, I mean it. Because if we can't celebrate goals on the pitch, we've lost our game. But before we get started, number one, January was unreal. You lot helped me get the best January we've ever had on this channel in 6 years. I appreciate every single one of you. The way you did that is by hitting that like button and 1,000 likes on every video. It absolutely did marvelous. So can you please continue that? And furthermore, it's hard to gain subscribers during this period now because the views aren't as good. Less people are seeing the content. So if you are new and you're enjoying what you're seeing, subscribe to the channel. We're like 970 away from 40,000, and it'll mean a lot to me if I can get it. But let's get started. Matthias Tel. So Chelsea Football Club had members in their board, members in the directors, the people that are just identifying the players with the scouts that were crazy about this player, right? We have heard stories that he's been on the list for at least 2 years. He's never been available. He's finally become available. Chelsea were going to pay 60 million and get this deal done. Bayern Munich were ready to make a deal. The whole deal was going to go to the point where Chelsea get Tel and Kuku goes the other way. Bayern get their guy, Chelsea get their guy. Tel had other ideas. Tel did not want to leave Bayern Munich, where he's got competition in abundance, come to Chelsea, where there's competition in abundance. So he decided he was going to go on loan to Spurs. Chelsea were rejected twice in the window already, and on transfer deadline day, L'Equipe is saying it's an exclusive that Chelsea, while he was waiting for his flight at the airport, decided to contact him for one last attempt. Tel said no, he's made his mind up, he's going to Spurs. And a lot of people now are saying Chelsea are embarrassing. Why even go in for a third time? Well, the way you need to look at it is if you wanted something for 2 years, right? If you wanted somebody for 2 years and the opportunity is there to finally go and acquire that individual, why on earth would you not try it once, twice, or 3 times? Genuinely, if he's changed his mind after the second time that he will go back to Tottenham after he initially rejected them, why not go with one final offer? Because in your head, this is the solution for your number 9 or your left wing's problems. This is the person that you're willing to pay 60 million pounds for and is going to be the concrete backup to Nicholas Jackson or the competition to Nicholas Jackson for the foreseeable future. I don't understand the argument that it's embarrassing. I actually prefer that they don't get swayed by stuff like this. Go and get the best players. If you believe he is that good, in my opinion, they had to go back in for him one more time. And he's there now on a loan with an option. So whether he stays or not, that's a different question. But Chelsea did the right thing in my opinion. So you already know how highly I value Andrey Santos. Andrey Santos is smashing it at Strasbourg. I liked him as soon as we got him from Vasco da Gama. I saw in that preseason, I said, this kid is cold. When he went on loan, I was annoyed. Last summer when he went on loan, I was annoyed again. Genuinely, the evidence is on my channel. You can go and see it. However, this year, I need him to stay. What is coming out? It's coming out that PSG and Bayern Munich are eagerly waiting to see and test Chelsea's resolve. We have had multiple sources come out and say Chelsea have no interest in selling this player. They believe he is the future of their midfield along with Caicedo, Lavia and Enzo. Makes sense, right? However, you got Leslie Ogochukwu, you just signed Amagu, and now reports from Portugal are coming out that Chelsea have already got a pre-agreement with Sporting Lisbon for 25 million euros for Dario Essugo. Who is Dario Essugo? I've known about this player for years now. Genuinely, I explained the other day, relatives live in Portugal, support Sporting Lisbon, told me about this player for a while. I've been keeping tabs on him. He is cold. I've called him Baby Caicedo for a while. He plays exactly the way Caicedo does, and this chart really exemplifies it. Both players have got similar metrics, and when you watch it on the eye test, they're very combative, they're good on the ball, they get around the pitch easily, they're just very good players. He's 5'10" if I'm not mistaken. Overall, I think this is a good signing. However, the question has to be asked, is this a signing for Chelsea or is this a signing for Strasbourg? Because we've already been told that Amagu's going to go on loan to Strasbourg. Kendrick Pires is back, Penders is back. What's going to happen to these people? Because the reality is all these players are going to need loans, and we only have 6 international slots. And when you have 6 international slots, that's a problem. And I saw the other day that you're going to have domestic loan slots now. It's not going to be as simple as send them around England. So for me, we need to be very picky with the players that we send on loan and the ones that we offload. This squad is going to be massive in the summer. And with Essugo coming in as well, you can't have, in my opinion, Essugo, Santos, Lavia, Caicedo and Enzo all fit, raring to go. For us, we understand that Lavia might not be fit. So 4 players is fine. But the 5th player, if Lavia stays fit, it's a huge problem. None of us want Lavia to be hurt. Do you know what I mean? So if Lavia's fit, where are the minutes coming? Yes, we got 60 games. But these players aren't going to want to play in Carabao and FA Cup games only. They're going to want Champions League. They're going to want Premier League minutes, and they're going to want starts. It's not just coming off the bench. They're going to want starts. That might only run for 1 year, but we'll talk about it when we get there. All in all, great acquisition. Don't know about the squad building though. Malo Gusto has left his agent and joined with a different agency now. And what do I always say? When a player does this, it tends to mean that this player is either looking for a pay rise or this player is actively looking to leave the club. A lot of fans are celebrating this. They're like, oh, Gusto's no good, we get rid of him. I think that is the most stupid logic I've ever heard. Gusto is our only reliable right back. James isn't reliable. His body breaks down. Joshua Chempong hasn't done anything yet for me to say Joshua Chempong is the future of Chelsea Football Club and he should be given Gusto's minutes. Gusto can play left back, can play right back, can tuck in. Is he the best at it? No, but is he developing at it? 100%. I think if I'm not mistaken, he used to be a number 10 back in his youth days. And he likes to be in the final third. Yes, he's not the most clinical and critical player in our system. However, he's a great player to have in the squad. I really like Malo Gusto. I don't want to forget everything he's done for us last season and the way he developed. And also, I hate to be this guy, but given our track record as Chelsea Football Club, not just under Blueco, but just for the longest, what makes you think Enzo Maresca's going to be here for that long? Like, if Enzo Maresca falls out with this board, they'll sack him and they'll bring in another manager. And all of a sudden, a new manager that wants fullbacks comes in and goes, ooh, James, Gusto, beautiful, tick. Fullbacks overlapping, beautiful. Do you know what I mean? You have 2 solutions. They both can do the tuck-in role. They both can do the overlapping role. Let's not do anything hasty and get the player out the club. Give him a new contract that, in my opinion, he's earned if he wants a new deal. However, I don't think this requires the whole hysteria and the panic that a lot of fans I've seen have had. Oh, just sell him. If he doesn't want to stay, sell him. No one said anything. You just got a new representation. For all you know, it's off the pitch. Commercial stuff, man. Come on. The final thing we need to talk about is this new Premier League rule that's going to be enforced. So referees now are going to be looking at celebrations, and if they're mocking or if they're like basically over the top, there could be yellow cards to players. What's triggered this? So MLS, Miles Lewis Skelly, sat down, did the Haaland thing. I thought it was hilarious. I think it's cheeky. I absolutely love it. Like, it's exactly what I want to see in my football. However, a lot of fans have got upset about it. Like, a lot of fans said, oh, it's disrespectful. You shouldn't be able to do this. Nonsense. Absolute waffle. Like, genuinely waffle. I watch football for the rivalries. I love when 2 teams hate each other. Like, you know when Haaland dashed the ball at Gabriel's head? I thought it was hilarious. When Arsenal scored and Gabriel showered in Haaland's face, love it. Absolutely love it. Don't retaliate. It's part of the game. The animosity for me is the emotion. It's the passion of why we watch football. Nobody wants to watch a sport that the individuals on the pitch don't care. It's boring. You want that passion coming out of them. You want that fury. You want that anger. You want them to relish beating the crap out of each other. Yes, do it within the rules. But Miles Lewis Skelly doing the meditation pose is nothing offensive. If Haaland wants to get back at them, brother, score and take the mick out of them. You saw when Gabriel scored against Sporting and did the Gyökeres celebration. I love it. Arsenal, you know what? There's a lot of likability about this Arsenal team. This won't get clipped, by the way. You know, if I say something negative, this will get clipped and then they'll get at me. However, when I'm like praising the club, it never goes. I think there's a lot of likability about this Arsenal squad. I really like the mentality of Saliba, Gabriel. I think Miles Lewis, baller, like absolutely absolute baller. I look at him and I'm like, there's no way this kid is 18. Like, the way he plays football is unreal. Like, he looks so developed. He looks so cultured on the ball, off the ball, physically. Arsenal's academy deserves praise beyond compare for the work that they done with him, because they prepared him well and Arteta eased him in all year, and now he's come in and he's showing out. We're not even talking about Ethan Nwaneri. Do you know what I mean? So let's not change the rules. This isn't an Arsenal channel, so I ain't praising them too much. However, the reality is, that rule is stupid. I want players to express themselves. I hate what's happened in the NBA. You can't taunt. You dunked on someone. You can't even do anything. You know what I mean? Like, for me, that's just silly. I want that raw emotion coming out of people. But it is what it is. But before we end this video, yesterday I did a video where I reviewed the transfers from and graded it from A to U. Go check it out for incomings and outgoings. The video's here. It's literally in detail of what we done and how I view it. A lot of you say I'm a brown envelope. But in reality, when you see these grades, you're not going to say I'm on any brown envelopes. Check it out. Peace out. I'm out. Hit that like button before you leave as well, though. Bye.